Welcome back, YouTube friends. As you can see, we've got a little bit of a gloomy day, but still a good day to do some projects around. As you can see, the grass is greening up, trees are putting on leaves, and it's about time for mowing season. And the old mower I've got here, I bought this during winter time, and the idea was, well, mowers are cheaper when they're not in demand, I think. Could be wrong on that aspect, but the project today, we're going to try to get this mower running. It does run, but it needs some work on the carburetor. There's some things down in there in the carburetor itself. It's kind of hard to see. It's kind of buried clear underneath it here. But down in there, there's a carburetor that is needing some cleaned up and worked on. There is a airflow tube right there. As you can see, it needs replaced. And I've got the filter, the spark plug, everything for a good tune-up. And so that's what my video will be about today. So let me go grab some tools and we'll get started. I'll bring you back here in just a minute as soon as I've got my tools in hand and see what we can accomplish. Okay, I am back here. I have a few tools. What I am going to try to do, a little bit different from my videos. Usually I go ahead and do the things off the camera and you guys see the finished results. But I think I'll try to go ahead and do some of the stuff here on camera and you can see the results as we're going along. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. There is a couple of wing nuts here that hold the air filter on. I'm going to take them off and start to remove items to get down, remove parts to get down to taking the carburetor off. I think that is probably my first thing, is to get that carburetor off, get it sorted out and cleaned. Well, there's the wing nuts. That should allow the filter to come off of there. One filter. The foam, as you can see, is really dirty, and so is the filter. But I've got new to put on there, which might help it run better. In fact, we might give that a try before we completely take the carburetor clear off. Looks like it was pretty plugged. Dirt and whatnot. I'm not sure. That looks like a little fuzzy stuff there. But anyhow, we might try that new air filter before we go ahead and take the carburetor clear off. Gonna go ahead and replace this hose right here. So that was the gentleman that I purchased the mower from said that that hose had some cracks in it, and so he ordered a new hose to put on it. But I did go ahead and purchase the mower before he got around to putting them on. He did put some silicone to try to patch those holes. As you can see, there's some silicone there and some silicone there. So I'll go locate the hose and we'll see about getting that put on. Okay, had to move you guys around. I'm not really that good at finding the right spot to put the cell phone to capture, I suppose, what I'm doing. So we'll see if that works. think the next step is to go ahead and put the air filter on. As you can see, nice brand new pretty clean one. So we'll see if we can get that on there. That is the right air filter. And I did have it on, but I can see that there's a lot of dirt around that. So I'm going to go get something and clean that dirt off of there. I'll be right back. Okay, got a nice clean rag here. See if we can't remove that dirt and dust off of there. The ultimate goal is to get this fired up and running and moved towards the air compressor and give it a good clean out, blow all the stuff out of it that I can get out of it. There we go. Much cleaner. There's the air cleaner on. Now here's the one wing nut that holds the filter down snug. So we'll get it put on there. And it wasn't on here, but there is a plastic cover that goes over the top of that filter, and I do have that. We'll put that on there just as soon as I get this wing nut on there and tightened up. There we go. Nice and secure. And this is the plastic cover I was mentioning earlier. We'll have to see if we can get that to go up over there. I'm not exactly sure how that came off, because it was not on the mower when I got it. So that might be quite the challenge. There we go. And of course this one is the one that goes up on the top. doesn't want to seem to tighten down. And it looks like we might have, I don't know if you can see down in there, but it looks like we might have some stripped out threads on that. So, looks like I'll have to locate a new one for that. For the time being, we'll snap it down on there. That should keep the, kind of snaps down in there, but that should keep most of the dust. It's not really for the dust, it's for the large debris. So we'll keep that in mind as things I need to get ordered. So that is the minor repairs and the air filter. And I think it's worth a shot to go ahead and see if we can get that to start with that. So, another quest is, I need to locate the key. So I'll go and locate the key, and I'll bring you folks back when I have key in hand, and we'll see if we can get it to start. Well, I'm back. As you can see, there's some wires connected to the battery. Turns out, I did find the key. It wasn't too difficult to find, but unfortunately the battery's dead. So, we'll put that on the charger, and I'll bring you back when the battery's charged. In the meantime, I'm going to go take a break, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy the weather. We'll see you back in here. To you will be a few seconds. Me might be 30 minutes, maybe an hour. So we'll see you then. Okay, welcome back, YouTube friends. Here's another task I want to do for this mower. And I don't normally do this, but I have some tire sealant. And I believe that the tires have just a lot of sticker holes in it. So the idea is you take the core out of the valve stem. Hopefully we can take it out. I think it came loose. There's a little corrosion around there. But, as you can see, that is the valve core there itself. So we'll take that out and lay it aside. That should be a good place there. We'll open this up. The idea is to put this liquid sealant into the tube, into the tire itself, and that is kind of an adhesive to seal up the holes in the tire. So with the two ends of the hoses on there, we'll tilt that up and squeeze some of that into that tire. Hopefully that will seal up all the sticker holes. Then put the valve core back in. then we can air up the tire, which if you hear that in the background, you can probably guess what that is. That's my air compressor. It sounds like an old oil pumping engine. And that will, I'll have to get you guys a video on that old air compressor. It, of course, needs some work too, about like everything I have. But that's another video for another time. I'll go retrieve the air hose. We'll give this a little shot of air it up. Then we're going to do the same thing to another tire. On the opposite side of it, on the back, it's a rear drive tire. So, let me go grab the air hose and I'll bring you back when I've got it. Okay, I've got the air hose here. We're going to add some air to that. Just like that. And hopefully, once we get the mower started, we'll move it around and that stuff will coat the inside of the tire and seal up all these sticker holes in it, hopefully. That way, we can mow these off, which I have lots of. Okay, we are around on the other side. And we're going to do the same thing. We'll pull the valve core out. Put the sealant in. Well, don't know if you can see that, but there's supposed to be 2 pins on that to remove the valve core. And with it being plastic, it broke off. You can just see the one little one there that's all twisted up. So I'll have to go get a metal one to take that one out. So I'll be right back with you. And we'll see if we can get that one out. Okay. Here is the metal version of that to take that valve core out. With that little plastic piece being broke off in there, it may give us a little trouble coming out. So we'll see what happens. There we go. I think it's coming loose. There we go. One valve core out. Now it's time for the sealant. Go. Just a very little bit left of that sealant. So we'll put the valve core in. I may need to add a little bit more to that front tire. Now we'll add some air to it. will hope that that is completely fixed. So, the battery charger I think has been on it about 45-50 minutes. So I'll clean off the footrest and we'll get on there and give it a try, see if it'll start. I'll bring you back. Welcome back, YouTube friends. We're ready to see if we can get it to start up here. I think everything's set. Well, she wants to run. There you have it. The old machine is running. Well, I've got the tires aired up. I've got it running. I think I'll take it out and move it around a little bit, get that sealant to coat around those tires a little bit. And I have not done anything with the mower since I brought it home, I believe, about 6-8 months ago. So it's kind of set all winter long from the beginning of winter, and I think that I still had to run the choke a little bit, so I think that carburetor does need to be taken apart and cleaned up a little bit. But I'm going to go give it a spin around and get the tire sealant coated around it, and I'll bring you back once I've got that tire sealant moved around in the tires. Welcome back, YouTube friends, again. I took it for a little spin, got the tires rolled around on it, and I come across a little task that needed to be done. So let's go for a ride. Got 2 white envelopes here. Need to go up to the mailbox. So I figured the best way to get them up there, well, and to get the motor rolled over a little bit and the tires rolled over, we'll take a ride. So I'll give her a start up and we'll go for a ride. I hope you don't mind the noise. It's probably going to be fairly loud, so okay, made it up to the mailbox here. Sorry about the bumpy ride. Letter's in the mailbox. Close the lid. raise the flag, and we're all set to go. I'll bring you back when I get back down to where my house is at. Well, I made it back down with the mower. It's running really good. Thought I might give you a quick little tour of the controls here. It's kind of a different, it's a zero turning radius mower, and I've never had one that steered with one lever. This lever moves left and right, forwards and reverse, and that is how you control it in the directions that you want to go, by moving that to the direction in which you want to go. That would turn you left, right, forward, reverse. So it's a little different. Of course, there is a key starter, and there is a squeeze handle right here. You squeeze this bottom part up, that releases it and allows you to lower the mower deck down. It also has a height adjustment setting right here. And then over here we have this knob right here is the choke. We have the throttle here, and this knob is an electric engage for the mower deck. That knob just pulls up, that engages it. So that's the controls, real simple, and I think I'm going to enjoy mowing with this. A few more things to get done. Need to change the oil, change the spark plug, give it a good clean off with the air hose, maybe a bath with the pressure washer, and then it should be ready for mowing season. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, leave a comment below, and make sure and subscribe and tell your friends about it. Let's build a channel that's great to watch and that I enjoy doing and you enjoy watching. Thank you very much. We'll see you again soon.